Well, the PM was also in Nanaimo today, on hand to preview the start of construction on the city's new cruise ship terminal. It's the second time in the past few weeks that there's a federal leader who's visited Nanaimo. The Liberals were just there a couple of weeks ago. Further hints, perhaps, that the campaign signs may not be far off. Our Brent Shearer was at the event this afternoon and has the story.
Stephen Harper.
Prime Minister Stephen Harper got a look at the future site of a $22 million cruise ship dock his government is helping to pay for.
It is not enough that vessels pass by Nanaimo hundreds of times a year. We would like them to come into Nanaimo.
Part of the money to build the cruise ship dock and terminal is coming out of the federal stimulus fund, a massive program aimed at pulling our economy through the worldwide economic downturn.
This wharf is needed because there is currently no way for these large cruise liners to dock in Nanaimo. But to slightly misquote the Kevin Costner character in W.P. Kinsella's Field of Dreams, build it and they will come.
Nanaimo Alberni Conservative MP James Lunny warmly welcomed his boss. It's not often Vancouver Island's second largest community gets a visit from the Prime Minister.
We who live here feel tremendously privileged, and today we're honored to have the Prime Minister here on our beautiful island.
Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff visited this cafe 3 weeks ago, and just as the federal Conservatives find their support in this province dropping, the Prime Minister makes a surprise visit to the island. The timing has some wondering whether a fall election is just around the corner. National polls indicate the Tories and the Grits are in a dead heat right now. If there was an election called today, each party would get about 33% of the vote. But the people we spoke to had mixed feelings on heading back to the polls.
I actually don't think we want another election right now.
I think it's time.
You'd be ready to go back to the polls?
Sure. I'd toss any of those guys out.
Seems too soon. We've had so many elections in the last 2 years that I'm just not ready to get my head around it yet.
The business that cruise
As for Stephen Harper, when asked the question about the chance of an early election,
the people of Canada are not interested in an election. They've been very clear on that. They want all of us to focus on the economy. That is what the government is doing. That is what I encourage all political parties in Parliament to do.
In Nanaimo, Brent Shearer, A News.